Welcome to another episode of Bays Boys. 97 seconds of information you definitely want. Joe SKELLY, tell me a story.
I'm sure you want to go back to the topic that we were starting off on the last one that we didn't continue with.
Diamond Dave.
Diamond Dave. Yeah. Diamond Dave. I used to know a guy many, many moons ago. And you ever meet somebody who's super dumb?
No. I'm already lying on the show. Let's just continue.
Like super, super dumb. Like you wonder if they forget to breathe dumb.
Yeah, sometimes.
So anyway, many moons ago, I knew a guy named Dave. And I'm not going to use his last name. And we called him Diamond Dave because diamonds are the hardest rocks known to man. And this guy was a rock.
Wasn't because he was shiny with intelligence?
No, it was not because he was shiny and he could cut glass. No, we called him Diamond Dave because diamonds are the hardest rocks known to man, right?
Oh, boy.
And Diamond Dave thought that was a super cool nickname.
The ones that shouldn't usually do.
Yeah, he thought that was the coolest nickname in the world. And people ask me, like, how dumb was Diamond Dave? So at that time, I was living
How dumb was Diamond Dave?
Diamond Dave was dumb as fuck, bro. So I was living on the island of Oahu at the time, and Oahu has windmills on the island that generate electricity.
Right.
And Diamond Dave was under the impression that if all of the windmills stopped at once, the island of Oahu would float away.
What? The fuck?
He literally believed that if all the windmills stopped, that the island would float away.
Oh, my.
Like, the island wasn't anchored to the earth, and it was a free-floating entity, and the windmills kept it in place. Yeah. Diamond Dave was a unique individual.
I don't like to call people stupid.
Neither do I.
And because I'm not the smartest rock in the shoebox either. But fuck.
Bro, that's
some trippy shit.
That's some trippy shit, right? There was another incident where there was a power outage.
The island started to float away. He grabs a rope.
And everybody's walking around with candles.
Oh, no.
Because the power's out.
Right.
No, it's fucking power's out. And my guy's over there kicking the shit out of this dryer in the dark.
Oh, my God.
And he's grunting. Because he's spoken monosyllables.
Uh-oh.
Look, my man, they say that Cro-Magnon man died off. But I'm going to tell you, Cro-Magnon DNA still exists in the gene pool. Like, he had the...
Boy had it.
He had the sloped head, the deep sunken eyes, right?
Right.
He was covered head to
5
toe.
seconds from tossing a car.
Dude, his arms were a little bit longer than they should have been.
Breaks the monitor when you tell him to get the files out.
Right, yeah. And so he's kicking the dryer, and I'm like, Dave, what the fuck's your problem? He's like, fucking bullshit. And he's grunting, while he's kicking this dryer. I'm like,
my.
Fuck you mean the power's not out, bro? He's like, bullshit. Lying to us. I was like, bro, we're all walking around with candles. The whole area is black as shit. There's no power. Bullshit. You mean bullshit? He looked me right in the face and said, bullshit, they're lying. And I'm like, what do you mean they're lying? And he goes, my watch is still working.
Oh, no, Diamond.
My man truly believed that we were being lied to.
Oh, jeez.
Because his watch was still functioning. That the power was not.
You gotta wonder how somebody like that could get upset about anything. Like, what altercation is in your life at that point? Like, other than, like, maybe you forgot to untie your shoes last time. So when you go to put them on this time, you're like, fuck, what do I do now?
So it gets better. Now I'm intrigued. Like, your watch is still working. All right. So I looked at him and said, "Hey, Dave." Whoa. So what's the stereo in your car run on? That's easy. I'm like, okay, what's the car stereo run on? He goes, gasoline.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. He thought.
Oh my God. Where was old boy from?
I can't remember where he was from, because that was like on the back of my forethought. You know, I really didn't care.
You're just worried he's gonna eat your brains and shit in the middle of the night, thinking it was fucking peach pie. Fuck. Bro, I wouldn't want to sleep in the same place as that guy. That's all I'm saying.
My
Wake
man,
up, the place is flooded. He's like, I'm trying to take a bath. What?
bro. He told me his car stereo run, I guess. But I mean, I guess it's not that far off, right?
Oh,
I guess it's. I mean, I don't know if he ever
he's
encountered.
half right.
Right, he's half right. I mean,
Half right. I guess if you don't turn that engine, eventually the battery's not going to work. Eventually. At some point, I guess.
yeah. I mean, the story goes on from there because I had to keep asking questions. But I mean,
Go ahead.
He starts talking about he hated American miles gear.
What?
So in the U.S. military, we use this equipment. It's called miles gear. It's kind of like laser tag.
Oh, yeah.
You wear all these sensors, and you have like a laser on your
You got
rifle.
the big front end piece.
Yeah. And so, I mean, the miles gear of the U.S. military at that point in time was pretty ancient, right?
Right. Not cool.
Not cool looking. It had giant sensors all over, huge battery packs on it. It was really
strapped to your ass while you're running around.
Right. Really unwieldy, right? And he said, "I hate American miles gear." Oh, Dave, why do you? This is part of this continuation. Why do you hate American miles gear? He's like, "It's got batteries and shit on it." Now I'm really confused. He goes, "I like Australian miles gear. It's all computerized and stuff."
Oh.
So now I'm really confused. Like, all right, sweet. It's better than ours, right? It's newer, next gen stuff, and computerized and stuff. But how does that? I didn't even bother asking how that ran, because he'd probably tell me gasoline, or like maybe they're beaming electricity from a satellite down to the miles gear to make it function.
Right.
Yeah, he was a unique person for sure.
I can't say that I've ever met anybody like that. I had a coworker once who asked me if she sent the fax, if we get these papers back. That happened once. And I was blown away, because that was one of the few times I was like, what?
I met a guy.
Did you graduate high school?
Right.
What happened here?
Right. I met a guy who grew up on a Frank Perdue turkey farm
Oh.
out in the middle of nowhere. Never had any real world experience. And he was one of those kids that thought as long as he had checks in his checkbook, he had money.
No fucking way.
Oh, yeah. He ended up writing like $5,000 worth of bad checks in one weekend. His favorite thing in the world to do, he was one of those slower individuals, his favorite thing in the world to do was being back on the turkey farm. And he'd throw the turkeys into the big old spinny hopper that would break their necks. Like, that was an idea. That was his idea of a awesome Saturday night.
Okay. That's depressing. That is fucking wild.
Dude, Diamond Dave. You can keep that nickname. You guys can use it. You know somebody who's a rock, just
Right.
call them, throw Diamond in front of their name.
We'll have a Diamond Day patch coming soon. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of people that I've met like that, but I can't right now.
It's all right. You ever rid horses? Rode horses?
So we're going to pull another rule out of the box of don't go in the woods. Don't go to culty church meetings.
Don't drink strychnine and handle rattlesnakes?
Yeah, that's a thing. Don't drink my own urine to survive. I do not mount anything bigger than me that could kill me.
Okay.
I don't put things between my legs, like Rockhound, putting that atom bomb between his legs and shit, you know. Not that I don't want to ride horses. They seem cool. You know, I spent a little bit of time around them. but I don't mess with them too much. I have ridden them, but not in a free range sort of thing. You big horse rider there, Joe Skelly?
I've ridden horses twice.
I was expecting like I was in that club where we jump fences with them. I just thought, that'd be a thing,
Steeplechasing.
Is that what that's called?
It's called steeplechase.
You're not fucking chasing anything. There's nothing in front of you to chase. How can it be labeled that?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
That race is called a steeplechase.
Okay. Well, horse people don't make no sense. I've heard that.
They're unique people.
Yeah.
You have horse people and non-horse people.
Okay. I think I'm somewhere in the middle of I don't know which one I am, and I'm happy with that. So, I like the petting zoos. I also like watching movies with horses in them. I enjoyed Hidalgo. How
about War Horse?
War Horse. I don't think I've watched that one.
Black Stallion.
Black Stallion, of course.
I know.
Mandated read back in the 90s.
I have a friend of mine that can't watch a horse movie without shedding a tear.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That Diamond Dave's friend?
No.
I'm joking. If you cry at movies, that's fine. I cry at certain movies too.
So I've only ridden horses twice.
Okay.
First time almost killed me.
The fact that you didn't say the second time almost killed you should say something about Diamond Dave's friend here. So let's continue with the... Wait. Where was the second time you rode a horse?
West Virginia.
And what were you doing on said horse?
Did like a 5-hour trail ride.
Good Lord.
It was a lot of fun.
Okay, so that one goes normal.
That one goes normal.
Completely.
But you know what? The really cool thing about the second horseback riding adventure is I learned that horses have personalities like children. Like little kids.
Well, this is taking a dark turn.
So I'm on vacation. Girlfriend at the time wants to do a trail ride. So she arranges for us to go horseback riding.
Right.
Deep in West Virginia.
Oh, my.
And I don't know how she arranged it, but the person hosting the trail ride said, meet me at this gas station.
But this is already a problem.
So we go to this gas station and we're waiting for like an hour. I'm like, we're going to get kidnapped. Something terrible is going to come out of this.
He made you wait an hour. Mm-hmm. That's even better.
Even better.
Fuck.
Also
in Virginia or West
Virginia?
Virginia? West Virginia. Yep, this story's getting bad.
So then a minivan pulls up.
Oh my God. What the fuck? You know this is a PG-13 podcast.
Yes, I do. And in this minivan was this family from like rich Michigan.
Oh, not Flint.
No, not Flint.
Right.
But they were from a suburb of Detroit, but a rather wealthy suburb, right? And the wife is wearing one of those red sweaters that drapes over the shoulder, with the really wide thing, right?
Oh, no.
And like some like tight-fitting like chinos or some shit like that. And daddy's all dressed up with like his 3-button knit shirt and his like khakis and like boat shoes.
Carrying an Amish basket. I like it.
The handmade baskets, right?
Hey, we can't say that.
And the little kids are like little preppy kids, right?
Oh, boy.
And all of a sudden this West Virginia guy in a pickup truck pulls up. He gets out and he points at all of us. He's like, y'all here for the trail ride? We're like, yeah. Follow me. So we all get in our vehicles and we start following this guy for like 45 minutes.
Oh, my.
Down this dirt road, right? And we're up in the hills in West Virginia. And on one side of this dirt road is this log cabin. On the other side of this road, it's a 1-lane dirt track, right? At the top of this hill is this like barn that's falling down, right?
Jesus.
And we pulled in the grass.
Doesn't want to mess up the road.
Right. Michigan dad gets out of the minivan. He's like,
oh, the Michigan family went with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Big Mama's following with her beautiful red dress and shit. Okay.
Her red sweater. Yeah.
Oh, red sweater. Right.
Yeah. And so he gets out. He's like, I got to use the restroom. Is there a restroom? The guy looked at him and goes,
no.
You can go behind my house and piss in the grass.
Yes.
Dead serious. Told me he could piss in the grass behind his house, right? So I watched them pull these horses out of the barn one at a time.
Uh-huh.
They got enough for everybody to ride, right?
Oh my.
One at a time, they're pulling them out. And they get this.
The barn that's falling down.
Yeah, they got this hitching line, and they're tying up the horses, right?
Yes.
So the last horse, they pull the last horse out, and they don't necessarily tie it up right. And I literally watched the horse look left and look right to see if anybody was watching, and it walked its ass right back in the barn.
Amazing.
Like, this horse is like, fuck this. I'm not doing this.
That's awesome.
So then they get these, like, plastic stairs that you could walk up to get on the horseback, right?
Right.
And one by one, they're bringing up the horses, and the owner of the horses is like, all right, this horse's personality is this.
They start describing him.
Right. This horse likes to do this thing.
Right.
This is the horse's name. Don't let it do this. Right?
Oh. This guy likes to run off.
Moves forward.
Don't
they
let
bring
him
up,
run off.
They bring up the next horse. Your horse likes to stop and eat and drink water in the middle of a ride. Don't let it do it.
Right.
So it goes through the whole Michigan family, and it gets to me. And when it gets to me, the guy looks at me and goes, this horse is the brother of the horse in front of you. And this horse
Uh-oh.
likes to fuck with his sister and nip her on the tail and mess with her because he thinks it's funny. Don't let him do that shit.
Oh.
And so on and so forth. And my son...
It's ironic that you get the most scrappy horse.
Right?
Right. And he gives them to you. That was planned.
Then my son gets on his horse, which happened to be the horse that walked back to the barn.
Setting you up for failure in here.
So we start on the trail ride, and my horse's son would like walk 50 steps and then just stop.
That's awesome.
So they had a trail rider behind us, right? One of the people that was with the family that owned all these horses. And they would make the horse go again. Horse would walk 150 steps and then stop.
That's amazing.
And he kept doing it the whole trail ride, right?
Right.
So finally I asked him, I was like, what's the deal with this horse? Why does this horse keep stopping? She was like, it's this horse's day off and it knows it
Ah!
and doesn't want to go. Totally doesn't want to go on this trip.
Wow.
So it was being obstinate. Now,
That's impressive.
the dad's horse, where they said he likes to stop and eat snacks and drink water, the whole time he'd walk like 300 feet and see a big pile of clump of grass. Some bitch would stop and start eating. And he'd be like, I told you, don't let him eat. Right? Like we had
Wow.
to keep correcting the horse. Now, the mom's horse, the Michigan mom's horse, didn't want her on her back.
Oh, no.
So what this horse would do is it's walking down the trail. If it would see a low-hanging branch near the trail,
Right.
it would walk underneath a tree branch and try to clear her off the back of the horse, bro. Like,
Right.
And the whole she's holding the reins with one hand and his cell phone with the other hand because she's trying to record the trail ride.
Yes.
This horse keeps walking her into trees.
Yes.
There was a
Trying to just
big-
get her off.
There's a big bramble bush on the other side of the path. It walks right over into the briars. The
Yes.
whole time. This horse is trying to knock her off, and like she's getting whipped in the face with tree branches,
Ruining that red sweater.
ruining the red sweater. And I'm dying the whole time, right? Dying the whole time. Now, my horse would run up and try to bite his sister in the butt, and I'd be like, stop, and eventually you get control of the horse, right? And it was a great trail ride. It was a great
Right.
trail ride.
Besides the crazy, besides the crazy family of horses you were stuck with.
Right. That was an awesome experience.
Right.
Unlike my first time riding horses.
And your first time was where?
It was at a military facility.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Were there goats at this facility? Was there staring? Was there a lot of staring?
No,
I'm just making sure.
Guy Savelli wasn't there.
Oh, no. He's name dropping.
Guy Savelli wasn't there.
Oh, boy.
But at this facility, they would use horseback for mounted patrols.
Okay. Makes sense.
But on the weekends, if the horses weren't doing a mounted patrol, you could take them out for a trail ride.
Not so much sense, but makes sense.
So we show up with a bunch of guys to ride horses, and the trail guide comes out and goes, how many of you have ridden horses before? And everybody in the group raised their hand except for me.
Nice.
So all these guys get these beautiful giant horses. And for me, they brought me out a pony.
Oh my God.
So you want to talk about being embarrassed, right? They bring me a fucking pony. And the pony's name...
Stay gold, pony boy.
Right, the pony's name was Bumper.
Bumper the pony.
Yeah, Bumper the pony. And they put me at the very end of the pack.
Of course. The pony always goes in the back.
The last... I was like, a fucking pony?
Yeah, boy.
I'm a grown man. You put me on a fucking pony?
Your feet touching the ground as you were riding and shit?
No, not that low, right? So they give you a quick, 5-minute tutorial on how to steer or drive a horse, right?
How to drive it.
How to
drive the boat. Right.
No, don't say that on a Navy ship. They get fucking pissed.
Well, I'll tell them.
Oh, yeah.
All them Navy boys.
Where do you drive the boat from?
Right. Where are we driving to?
Ask them where the poop deck is.
The poop deck. Swab your poop deck.
They get fucking pissed.
Right.
I'm just saying. They'll tell you it's not a boat. It's a ship.
Oh,
you don't drive a boat. You steer a ship. And they get all kinds of crazy. So if you want to fuck with a Navy guy, ask them where they drive the boat from.
Yeah. Where are you driving to today, sailor?
Right. So anyway, I'm on Bumper
YMCA.
the pony. I'm the last guy on this trail. I'm getting pissed. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Not to mention,
You're
Bumper the
kicking
pony.
Bumper.
The pony was ornery as shit.
Oh, boy. There seems to be a pattern here, Joe Skelly.
Yeah, there is a pattern. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this bullshit. I've seen Old West movies. I've seen cowboy movies.
Right.
I know how to drive a horse.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, it's easy.
But not a ship.
Yeah, not a ship. It's easy. You snap the reins.
Oh, no.
You yell, "Yah!"
Oh, no.
And you kick the horse.
Yep, there it is. There it is. Diamond Dave in the front of this horse line. Fuck.
So I'm in the back and I'm like, fuck this bullshit. Snap the reins. Yeah! And I kick the horse.
Oh, no.
Bumper took off at 9,000 miles an hour.
37 miles an hour.
37 miles an hour, bro. I've never gone that fast
Since?
in my entire life.
You've never had a car that goes that fast either.
Right. He was so fast. I mean, I could barely hold on to this thing. I'm like, this dude, this pony's going to throw me. I'm going to break my neck. I'm dead. And I'm praying, and I'm like, where the fuck's the trail guy? Because we're like
You shoot past all of them?
We're like a mile ahead of everybody else.
Right.
And here comes the trail guide. He's like on the black stallion itself, right? It's this giant black horse.
He kept it for himself.
He kept it for himself, dude.
You know he did.
And he's bent over like a jockey, right? And he's riding as fast as he can, right? And he comes up and he grabs the reins of Bumper the fucking pony. And
Ornery
he gets
pony.
him to ornery as fuck. And he gets him to stop, and he's like, he slows him down, and he starts yelling at me in his Jamaican accent. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? What, you're trying to kill my horse, man? And I'm like, this isn't a fucking horse. It's the fucking devil. It's the fucking devil. It's
Tried
not
to
a
kill
fucking
me.
horse. It's trying to kill me. He goes, what's wrong with you, man? Trying to kill my horse, man. And he's like getting crazy on me, right?
You think you're a Hidalgo?
Yeah.
That's fucking...
Dude,
You racing, bro.
yeah, dude. Yeah, so I literally almost died. I got scolded, and then they watched me the entire ride back.
Oh, he made you rope to his horse, didn't he?
No, he wasn't playing no games, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't playing no games. He's like, you could have killed my horse, man. I'm like, killed your horse? What about me? He didn't give two shits
Right.
about me.
Well, that's because he knew that horse would run both you dumbasses off the cliff. He's like, you could just be running.
And in all fairness, this trail we were riding on was on the side of a giant hill. It was probably 3 feet wide at its widest point. So
Yeah.
he was a little unhappy.
Should have opened with that, bro. Fucking A.
He was a little unhappy. He was a little unhappy with myself, not Bumper.
No, it's not Bumper's fault. You kicked him, Joe Skelly.
Bro, I seen
Why
the
are you
movie.
kicking horses?
Dude, every horse movie you ever see, what do? They snap the reins, yell, yeah.
In
and
the
kick horse.
race. That's the race. Or if you're trying to escape Terminators and Skynet. Or, well, if you're Steven, you don't have to kick him. You just whisper in his ear, let's go faster. And then he goes running,
And then he takes off like the wind.
touches him in a weird spot, and the horse just fucking bolts.
Takes off like the wind, right?
Sheriff horse.
So I do not have a spot in my heart for ponies.
That's not that pony's fault.
Bro,
Bumper's not to blame.
Bumper's 100%.
Here in this story right now, this was driver user error. Who let you drive the ship, homie? Look.
The crazy Jamaican trail guide.
Oh, that's
It probably
wrong.
would have been better if I'd gotten like a giant stallion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It probably would have been better.
You'd be dead. That old boy wouldn't be able to catch you. He'd have been in the back trying to grab his tail and shit to slow him down. That probably would not work. This is not for educational purposes. Do not kick or grab your horse, people. Just if you're smart, just stay off the damn horse. Until we have to, the only horsepower I want is in a V8. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Give me like 20 horsepower.
Listen, stay away from ponies named Bumper.
Bumper and Molly.
Are we going back to Miss Molly, bro?
Wow. Sounds like her and Bumper were in cahoots.
More childhood trauma. You're creating more childhood trauma.
That Bumper has some childhood trauma from you kicking him. He's a sad little pony.
Listen, Bumper, just because he's little doesn't mean he was young.
I mean, they probably age slower. You said it yourself. They're like little puppies.
No, they're like little kids.
That's.
They all have unique personalities. And Bumpers was the devil.
Oh my God. Who let you control the pony?
Listen, I didn't have that same experience when I rode a real horse.
Did you try to kick the real horse?
No, sir. It wasn't necessary.
That's because Bumper taught you a lesson. Bumper is the teacher in this story. The Jamaican guy is just Jiminy Cricket delivering the message, and you were like Pinocchio. Don't go to that island, boy. Stay away. Stay away.
All right. Well, listen. Horseback riding, I'm sure, can be an enjoyable experience.
For who? For chicks. And we know why. I've heard them say it. Same fucking reason that chicks like riding in stick shift cars with bad suspension. Okay?
Did you really go there?
But it was told to me. I didn't make this up. That like I've literally been told this. So, I'm just passing on information. 37 seconds of things you can use. You want to impress a chick, get some bad suspension and a stick shift and go to town. Or get her a pony named Bumper and let her kick the fuck out of that thing. Watch it right. That's why I'm sitting here like, yeah, he said he could kill my pony. I'm like, ain't no pony gonna die from running fast. Well, the trail was, 3.5 feet wide on the side of a mountain. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. You're gonna have to open with that next time. Let's just put ponies in the box with the Woods,
Yeah.
the Ticks,
Yeah.
Miss Molly,
Leeches.
and Bay's boys.